Yes.
Just yes. Promise Neverland.
You didn't even get a promise. No, just yes. Let's just. Oh my God.
Okay, so let's do this right. Yes. Yes.
Nah, fam. Get out of here with your WWE references. All right, listen. No, shut up. It's Promise Neverland time.
No. Okay, I'm actually fucking impressed with these goddamn revelations here.
Oh.
I still have a few minor nitpicks.
But we'll get to that after, because first it's positive time. And oh my God. Okay, so if you have watched this channel at all, William Shatner, look back at our previous videos, our problems with Promise Neverland, carded, if I remember, and the one that we did literally yesterday. Both of those videos, one of my biggest problems with this series was the lack of world building. Mm-hmm. And the specific point I made in every one of those videos, not only the one yesterday, but the one like 2 months ago, my biggest problem was I want to see demon culture. I want to see demon cities. I want to see what their cities and culture and world looks like. And we did this chapter, and this is everything I've wanted from Promised Neverland since they escaped. I love seeing the demon, like those little demon children, like, man, I wonder what the good meat tastes like, and I love seeing their culture, I love seeing their stands, I love seeing that they have, like, human bits in jars, and they have that, like, stamp on them from, like, the mass-produced farms.
Was that human faces for sale?
Oh, yeah. Well, face meat, dude, it's good. That would be, like, their ribs. Like, you know, you gotta, like gnaw it off the face bones. Exactly. And you had some cute little Protect demon children. There was one, like, definitely on Protect status, even though it eats human flesh. It was! Tell me that one, like, skipping through the one that was like, weird feet! That wasn't Protect to you. It's an enemy! Nah, fam. If you're small, you're immediately Protect.
Nope.
Alright, well, anyway.
Not if you're going to eat my face. No. Fuck you. You get a bullet to the head.
Kana from fucking Dragon Maid probably would eat your face.
It's different. She's humanoid.
But
I qualify it as it's humanoid. Therefore, it is Protect status. If it looks like it wants to kill me just on sheer, image alone, fuck it.
Fair enough.
A bullet in the head.
Fuck it. Fuck it and its life and its right to live life. Fuck it. Now, so let's just dive through all these revelations. So let's start at the very beginning of this chapter here. So we do officially get a time skip, which was kind of, people were wondering about that because of the cover. Actually, you know what, before that, you want to talk about the fucking popularity poll you were...
How the fuck is Phil sitting higher than goddamn Isabel?
How the fuck do you hate Phil so much? Like, that was a meme that Chris started in our group.
But, like, Isabel...
Phil. There's nothing wrong with Phil.
Isabel has more character development than fucking Phil.
You're right. Isabel is an objectively better character than Phil.
Fucking Jillian is a better character than fucking Phil.
That's true. I see it as Phil, to me, is marketable. Like, he's like the mascot of Promised Neverland. He's got that shit-eating grin.
The baby!
Yeah, exactly. But no, to me, the bigger crime is how the fuck is Norman above Ray? I'm sorry, Norman is to me. Like,
Norman has done jack dick by having one good
I'm interested in what's happening, but Ray is absolute best character. Ray and Emma, they deserve to be 1 and 2. Norman, I need to see more of. Corone, I'm glad she's up there, because Corone was a great villain.
I'm gonna gorilla style crawl on the floor.
And I'm sorry, but who the fuck's Anna? Anyone? Anyone? David, help me out here. Who the fuck is Anna?
I don't fucking remember.
How? I feel like I know everyone else. I know Ray, I know Emma, I know Norman, I know Musica, I know Yu-Gi-Oh, I know Isabel.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I even know fucking Violet. I know Violet at number 20. I know Oliver. I know the fucking stuffed animal Little Bernie. That was from the first chapter. I don't know. No, that's Connie. I know him or her. I know them all. Who the fuck is Anna? Some random, like, obviously, like, her design looks familiar. She's probably some fucker in the background that's always in the background. I don't understand
Hi, I exist, and I'm cute.
Is there something I missed that made her 5? The number 5 on popularity poll? Like, what?
Let us know in the comments how fucking stupid we are.
Yeah, Kumanik, help. That's you're our only hope. No, I mean, I'm glad that it's cool to see Musica, too. Like, I like seeing these official, like, I assume what is... until the anime, the closest thing we'll get to official colors, right?
Right.
So Musica is looking... See, it's interesting because she does have a more humanoid mouth than the
Is it wrong to say I'd fuck a demon?
No. But like, well, because here's the thing with Musica is she looks human, and people have brought up that she almost looks like. Some people think she's human. Some people think she's half human. But see, I'm trying to remember. Didn't Lewis's mouth look all creepy and like disformed and weird?
Yeah.
I don't remember. But like, she does look more human than most of them. So I am curious about Musica and what her deal is. But one other thing. Because David, we have to address this. David is #1 Parvu fan, the monkey. We got an official. He's purple. Yes. He prepped for that shit. David loves Parvu the monkey. And,
I love animals in general.
Yeah, and now we have an official coloring.
Pet the monkey.
Yes, and change the page. So. Then we dive right into this town, and immediately the artist, you can tell, the art is like way higher quality this chapter. Like, you can tell this is one.
You didn't get the derpy faces, the like.
Yeah. This is a chapter I feel that they have been planning out for a long time, and it kind of goes to my theory. No, maybe later. He handed me the nut button. This goes to my theory that maybe like the last couple chapters have been stalling to get to this, because all of a sudden it feels like that there's actually like substantive stuff happening. All of a sudden the art seems to be like extra, like they've been working on this chapter for weeks. You know what I mean?
Bosco, I need you to work on this while you're working on the other shit.
And so what seemed, but already, let's look at the awesome background shit, like, because this is the kind of shit I love, right? So they have giant ass fucking centipedes apparently that they eat. Like, this is the kind of world building I love. I love seeing like what's their fucking like what is this shit over next to the centipedes?
Are those giant maggots?
They look like it. So they have like maybe like giant. Because remember, I did make the comparison that when they first escaped, it reminded me of Journey to the Center of the Earth, where like the bugs were big, like prehistoric style. And then of course, they have like
those human spleens and
like
testicles.
I don't know about maybe probably. They got jarred shit. Like, it's just all so interesting. Like seeing the children too, and I feel bad for the Bayon family. Like it's like oh,
fuck the Bayon
that's
family.
our noble family. But like so this
that's like the Jeff Bezos of the demon world.
Yeah, honestly, that's what it looks like. But so like going through this. Like, you see, like, the shit in, like, look at the fucking human heads, and they're de-eyed. Like, they've taken the eyes out and shit, and this is...
Is that a jar of eyeballs back there?
Potentially.
We got feet, we got ears.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, that's feet.
I don't know what those are. Like,
toes, maybe? I don't know.
Eyeballs?
Oh, maybe, yeah. But what's interesting is... Oh, no, that's probably eyeballs.
Oh, God.
But, so what's interesting is, you see that there's a specific mark on all of these. This is the mark of that mass, the mass one, right? Like the, kind of like the vegetable, I call it, where they're all just kind of comatose. Yeah, they're literally mass-produced, comatose, they don't really have, they're just meat, they're just living sacks of flesh waiting to be killed, and
they probably got their spinal cord, removed.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're probably just purposely kept in a comatose state of, like, alive to be fresh, but not, yeah. Now, they bring up that kind of like the Gracefield escapees are almost like a legend at this point. Anyway, the Gracefield escapees are like a legend at this point. They've been kind of like seeped into legend. Of course, everyone thinks they're dead, which I love. It's which is kind of what would happen. Like, oh, that guy, they disappeared 2 years ago. Of course they're dead. You got any thoughts on this? I've been talking about.
No, like that. It's always, once you've been gone for so long, you're always presumed dead until you're like, oh, look at that, they rescued.
Same thing with Minerva, honestly. Yeah.
You fade into legend, and then, as you do your noble deeds, you kind of become like the Robin Hood. I rescued this bunch, and I rescued this bunch.
Now, what do you think about the fact that the last time, because we saw that chapter where they were like, we'll contact you again, but in a year and some change, they haven't contacted them at all. Like, that's kind of nuts. Like, what do you think about that?
Fuck. I honestly don't know, because, and I gotta touch on a little bit of the negative. The one thing that this series has struggled with is definitely inconsistent pacing.
Yeah.
Like last chapter, we had a 52-day, time period that we went through.
Yes.
And now we're skipping over a year and some change.
It's very strange. Like, that is, and a lot of, it's doing that thing that I don't like it when manga does, where, like, a lot of the shit that they talked about, a lot of the shit they were like, we did this, I would have liked to see them do that. Exactly. I would have liked that to have been an arc.
Exactly.
So, because they even said, like, oh, and, like, 3 of the places we went over on that side were demon towns. And I was like, I want to see that.
Exactly.
And that kind of, part of me is sad, because part of the appeal of this series was they're alone in this world. They have no idea how this world works. They're new to it. And the appeal to me was, hey, we get to watch them experience this new world and have to acclimate to this new world.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, off-screen, think about this. Their first experience in a demon town was off-screen. So, like,
not only was it off-screen, but they are prepped to go in and infiltrate towns immediately.
Exactly. So now so we have time skipped to the point where they're basically experts at it at this point.
Exactly.
Which takes away the entirety of, like, the
how many kids have died off-screen?
They said we are all alive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you would think, the reason I brought that up is you would think learning how to infiltrate this town and infiltrate their society and infiltrate this goddamn culture, you would make sacrifices. You would lose kids, essentially.
Yeah, and not only that, and I agree with you there, but also, even if you didn't want to kill someone, I would have liked to see... personally, I think that the interesting thing to show as a series for entertainment would have been to show them acclimating, to show them integrating the society. That is something I wanted to see, not just to be skipped over.
Yep. And now we're just seeing them, like, casually walking through, and then the one fuck-up that we saw is the way that Don walked.
Right.
He walks a little bit funny, apparently, to not meld in with the rest of them, and they're like...
And apparently it looked like his human feet were kind of showing more.
Yeah. Well, looks like he's a taller character, so that makes sense. The robe was too short to cover him entirely. But the point being is, the one fuck-up we see, the one thing that should have been avoided if you are completely acclimated to this culture at this point,
Well, it's Don. He's an idiot.
Well, true. But, like, if you are totally acclimated to this society, you should not fuck up like that and cause them to get discovered and have to dart out of there. And the darting out of there should have been a fucking challenge, you would think. No, they just fucking dart out the goddamn gate like fucking nothing.
And that's not even, like, that is an aspect of it. I'm more just annoyed by the fact that this author doesn't seem to be able to decide if he wants to do a long series or a short series. Like, I don't understand why you take all of the time you took to do Goldie Pond, which most of those chapters were just useless, in my opinion. Like, just long, drawn-out, useless things. And then you take shit like this, and, like...
This would have made more sense to flesh out than...
Yeah, you just say, here's all of this shit that we did that's actually important to the main plot, and we just skipped it over in, like, 3
You Naruto'd it, or you bleached it, or you fucking did whatever. It's so
I don't understand that that metaphor. What are you talking about?
Like... You've fleshed out, all of Goldie Pond, and then you choose to skip over, like, oh, by the way, this should happen off screen.
Right. I mean, that's just a lot of manga do that, but, like, this is one of the worst examples I've seen.
At least in those examples, they fucking did it better, and it's just fucking... That's one thing that I have the major complaint with.
Yeah, dude, it's a bittersweet chapter, because, like, part of me, like, I am immediately very, very, very hyped about seeing the Demon Town. You know what I mean? Like it is massive to see that. It is massively good world building, and it's fucking awesome. I love it. But on the flip side, they did skip their first initial acclimating to that, which I would have liked to see. So
exactly.
The pacing, I think, is and will always be the weakest point of this series. It's straight, even from the first arc, where everything leading up to the escape was perfectly paced, and then the escape itself he rushes through.
Exactly.
How can you have an arc that spans almost a year in our time, planning to escape, which basically just ends up being like, we cut off our ears and then we grapple hooked over. Come on, like that, So, like, it's the same thing. He's done this all the time.
No, Batman.
Yeah. So it's weird because I love the town and I love the direction this is going. I think that this final arc could be very good. I get the vibe that he's planned for this arc a lot more than he's planned for, say, the Goldie Pond arc. So I'm excited.
Or even the arc where we were, or not even really an arc that we were getting to, like the shelter and the Goldie Pond itself. But yeah, Even that was, a bit of a mixed match in pacing itself. Like, you initially, quit reading right around the same time I did originally, around the Demon Tree shit.
Yeah.
And, then we caught back up to it and started doing the chapter discussions and shit. But, yeah, that there, and then
Yeah, they figure
we
out.
also have another time skip here. Half a month later.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're everywhere, you know, like, and then they traveled out, and they came back, and they traveled out, and they came back. All the shit that you should be seeing, you know.
But that double page spread.
No, look, in the same page, half a month later, after 7 months, like so it's like ding ding.
Wait.
ding.
Okay. This year, yes. Is it the 6 months plus a month, or is it another 7 months after that 6 months?
Oh, who knows, man? But so yeah, well, basically what you have them doing is they're trying to find the place where Emma had that vision. They're trying to find that area in real life, and they
also, can we just discuss how disheveled Emma looks
that
here?
was awesome. That's actually awesome to see. Like,
she looks like she needs a shower.
Also, it looks like she was out so long she didn't have her hair cut or anything. Again, would have loved to see what events led to that. What did they meet other demons? Did they fight other people? Did they have to like?
She looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a shower and I need a cigarette.
I've never even had a cigarette, but I know I need one. Yeah. So
hashtag don't smoke, kids.
Yeah. But so again, so you basically have them tell you in the span of like
that was a bad hashtag.
Sure. But you have them tell you in the span of like 6 pages, here's all this shit they did that could have been like, you know, maybe we could have, you know, taken the chapters of Goldie Pond and just showed them doing this.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? But this double page spread of the Demon Town is goddamn sexy. Like,
okay,
you can't deny.
Oh yeah, that double page spread. I've been on that for like 2 minutes.
Like, I love the town, and I love this artist is fucking phenomenal at creating otherworldly.
I'm trying to figure out what is that tobacco? Is that you know
wacky tobacco?
Is that marijuana in that one dude's fucking
demon marijuana?
Back sack there.
Back sack.
Is that innards inside that one sack? You know, because it looks like there's might be blood in there.
Oh my god! Look at the demon baby.
Hi!
Yeah, so much. I just love... Again,
okay. Now I have questions on demon physiology.
Demon reproduction?
Yeah. Are they egg-based? Are they naturally born like humans?
We do see a lot of... there are a bunch of eggs in the marketplace. I don't know if that... I mean, they wouldn't sell their own eggs, but...
hey, you want to buy one of my extra eggs? I might have had one too many.
No, I'm just gonna assume that they're sexual-based creatures, as most creatures that can reproduce are.
But it's a valid question. You can't deny that.
Certainly. But yeah, no, it's interesting, man. Like, I love the designs
and in that drawer we have a hand, we have a
forearm,
we have a bicep.
And this is going back to the aspect that I love about the series, that I always loved about the series so much, right? Like the artist mixed with the concept from the author.
What does that look like to you?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. The artist mixed with the concept of the author is such a great mix because the artist knows how to draw very alien feeling worlds. Like this artist, I've seen other things that they've drawn. It's very, very, like, otherworldly, right? And so that mixed with the concept of demons that, like, buy and sell human meat, like how we buy burger, you know what I mean? Yep. Like, that is such a great mixture. And when you allow the artist to really, really dive into... This is why I wanted world building for so long. Because one of the things that excited me with this artist is they could do some phenomenal world building.
Exactly.
And so that's why this is fantastic. Just all of this is just so good to see and so good to watch. And,
let's zoom into that one. What is she carrying? Is that
No, it's not a dick, David. God, chill.
It looks like she's carrying a fucking jar of dicks. I don't think
human dick meat would be necessarily... Like, isn't that mostly, like... It's like spongy muscle that... I don't fucking know. I don't think it is.
In some cultures, it's a delicacy, though.
Gross. But yeah, also...
I live with parents that really dove into like the documentaries of like other cultures. Okay, I can't help it.
You watch documentaries on people that ate dicks?
They're documentaries of fucking like African cultures. And
wait, so how old would this make Emma now? So if it's been like a year and a half, and she just had turned 12.
She's 13
and a half.
13 and a half. Well, depending on if that's 6 months and 7 months are separate things. She could be 13 and a half.
Or 14.
Or 14.
Oof. I mean, it does make sense, like, because the way the author's drawn her, it does seem like she's actually, like changing physiology-wise, so maybe, like, around puberty age, potentially.
Yep.
So I wonder if
that's why the cover page, or the cover page for fucking Shonen Jump was so debated on the Reddit. She has boobs.
Yeah, people were like, there's a semi-boob situation. Is there, how long is this time skip?
Exactly.
Now I wonder, are we going to see Ray get a little stubble?
Hey, I got my first day on facial hair.
Oh my god.
Hey, Emma, can I slide in them DMs?
Now I'm just imagining, like, Ray bursting out of, like, the shelter bathroom. Like, guys, I have a pube! I got one!
I have a pube, like... Fucking Steve from fucking American Dad. I got a pube!
Oh, is that a quote from American Dad? That's amazing.
No, I'm gonna come and style this bad boy.
Oh my. Oh my.
Okay, George Takei.
Thank you. But yeah. So honestly, I like how this ends. I like they also pull the thing that they pull every time where they name all the people that they have names for, and then they say everybody else.
Okay, so let's go through the
Nat, Gillian, Paula, Peppy, Sonia, Sandy, Lucas, Nigel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Everybody! By the way, every time this happens in anime, I'm like, who the fuck does that? Do you walk into a group of your friends and you say, David, Thurman, Chris, Ryan, Jessa, hi? Like, who the fuck does that? Listen, man, like, every time, and I think this was a Tekking 101 theory, because Kubo used to do this a lot, too, with Bleach. The theory is the author is, and it's even more substantial in this series. The author is concerned that you don't remember their names, so they're like, "Let me just remind you every time that they show up." But yeah. So apparently they found it. So apparently they found what they were looking for in this town. So
okay,
thoughts?
Well, shit. The one thing that I loved about this chapter is how we, like you said, we got to see our
finally world building. It's like the author heard our video. Like,
not just our video, like they've heard, whispers of like, now we're in the final chapter. We need to go through and expand a little more than ding 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 ding.
Pinballing from fucking shelter to shelter to shelter and seeing nothing in between.
So, like, I love that we got to see the Demon Town. I love that we got to see, a little bit of this culture, a little bit of this. Now I'm just in this state of concern, like I am with Ruby. Like, when we talked about the Adam trailer, like, we got this little taste of something good.
Taste of good, will it stay good? Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm in that state. So if we stay in this good, little fucking... I'm getting an orgasm face, moment of, like, oh my god, we got this, so much, shit to go through, but, can we go down this path, or are we going to go down the path of the least resistance and, like, shit out generic shonen tripe?
Here's the question is like, now that we finally skipped around so much, can we stop doing that and just be paced normally finally? Like, so yeah, I mean, but no, I love...
Are we going to address, was it 6 months and 7 months, or was it just 7 months in general?
Fucking no. Like,
I can't help it.
I don't know, man.
I can't fucking help it. Like, you quote 6 months. I want to see the official translation of that panel.
Let me just... Okay, hold on. Let me go through all of the time. Okay, so I'm from page 1. Hold on. So you have... Hold on. So you have... It's been over a year since... Okay, 1 year and 7 months since the collapse of Goldie Pond. So, 1 year, 7 months...
How long was it?
Then, hold on.
Wait. Before we go any further, how long was it between...
1 year and 8 months since the escape from Gracefield.
Okay.
So it was 1 month between the escape from Gracefield and the Goldie Pond.
Jesus Christ, that's so fucking stupid. That took a month.
What was that, like 50 chapters for a month?
Yes.
And then one chapter for like a year. But yeah, so that's 1 month. We're 1 year.
Not even Bleach is that inconsistently paced, okay?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's just mostly like it's not even. I'm not gonna get caught up on the semantics of how long it is. I just wish we saw the stuff that they did.
Ding, ding, ding. At least in the fucked up pacing of Bleach, we saw everything.
Yeah, well, because that had the opposite problem, where it was about like 300 chapters was one afternoon.
Exactly.
One Piece does a similar thing, where like I believe the first before the time skip in One Piece is 8 months.
Exactly.
And again, there's the infamous from the final Grimjaw fight to the final Eisen fight is one afternoon.
Exactly.
But
we fucking saw.
But we saw all the detail, So I would prefer that personally.
Exactly. So would I.
But I mean, yeah. So there's good and bad. I like where this is going. I'm loving the world building. Finally, that's what I've been asking for since the very beginning. So props where props are due. Loving the world building.
So let's just assume that 7 months is the maximum there. So a year and 6 months plus 7 months. So
roughly 2 years.
2 years and a month. How long did they have before the rest of the kids were fucking carted off to be executed, essentially?
Well, see, because I'm wondering if that's included in the because I think that you see how it has like the black borders. That typically means it's a flashback.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is that the initial year and 7 months or whatever is us being told that that's how long it took, and then this is us being shown what happened in that year and 7 months. So I don't think it's a year and 7 months plus 6 more months. I just think that 6 months was in the year and 7 months.
Exactly.
Which, of course, is confusing how they did that. But so I think it's a year and 7 because I'm pretty sure that we wanted to go back to Gracefield to save Phil. I believe it was like 2 years, which would mean that they have like a half a year, a couple months left.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if this isn't a fucking flashback, Phil's dead.
It is, though, because look, it is. So that's what it
put
is.
your flashbacks at the beginning of the chapter, please.
I mean, I don't know. I think that I'm gonna blame myself for not understanding that one. I'm not, I'll diss you on the pacing, but that, I just had to kind of. At first, I was like, wait, is that another 6 months? But no, it's not. So, but yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts done. There's pros and cons to this. I hope that from here on out, he chills on the pacing. I mean, so they're out. So they've been in this town and they've come back to the shelter again.
Making it another ding ding on the fucking
the official pinball chart of glory. But so I mean, I assume that they're gonna get amass an army, quote unquote, get their people that wants to go, and then go into this town and find this place.
Exactly.
And what will happen from there, I'm not sure, but I hope that as they're coming into the town again,
they're definitely going to take Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm. Bring me some Gillian.
Gillian and her double light machine guns.
They'll take all of the top 10. They'll take all of the people in the character pool. That was to decide.
Except for the ones that are at the farm or potentially dead. Yeah. R.I.P. Isabel.
They resurrect Lewis, and he works for them now.
Maybe we'll get Parvy the monkey to come in and troll people.
Yeah, I wonder what Parvy the monkey's doing right now.
He said Max smoking a monkey blunt.
I suppose, and fucking Lewis had a fucking watery grave, didn't he? Because it all flooded, so his body's just decomposed in the fucking water.
What was left of his fucking body?
Oh yeah,
there wasn't a whole lot left to decompose, and the fucking watery remains there.
Damn. Well, I mean, yeah. So I don't know about predictions because again, they just keep they're there, they're back, they're there, they're back.
We're going to here's my predictions, and feel free to roast me in the next chapter discussion if I'm wrong. They're going to go there. They're going to realize, oh shit, there's too many demons for us to, fucking fight our way in. So they're going to go back to the shelter in the next chapter and be like, okay, we need more of you. We need more fodder to die. We're going to use the useless characters that nobody gives a fucking pint of piss about as fucking, meat shields, and we're going to thin our herd that way.
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I just think that I'm hoping. I'm kind of sick of the shelter being used as a fallback. In fact, I hope that I think that a very good literary device that the author could use is that, the next time they leave the shelter, fucking Andrew and his boys just fucking destroy it. They find it and it's just they come back and it's just destroyed, like SWAT team decimated through it.
FBI, open up!
Yeah, so, and that would make it so, hey, we can't just keep falling back to the shelter. We have to, it's go time now. There's no more falling back. I would like that. So, but yeah, I'm just ready to see them
if there's Andrew comes back and warns him, hey, we're going to come.
Or Andrew's a good guy, which is a theory, yes.
Yeah, Rotari is going to come and destroy those, so evacuate before we...
Yeah, that's a good idea, too. I like that. The main thing is...
While he's doing his tick of... Morse coding on his thigh there.
Yes, but I'm ready to see them. Let's acclimate into this town more detailed. I want to see a little bit more details of this town, like kind of One Piece style, where they kind of like acclimate into the culture and get some more of that. I'd like to see that.
This is the first time we've hit nearly 30 minutes in a fucking long ass
which
time.
says a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, no, I liked it for the most part. It was a good chapter. The pacing is wonky.
Can we get the fucking dragon to just swoop in and just burn shit?
Oh, like Game of Thrones style?
Yeah. or if you really want to get really into demon culture, you can have like the Skyrim effect where the dragon's glitching and fucking going backwards and shitting out fire instead.
How's that demon culture anyway?
Yeah, because that's just, me making fun of Skyrim and its shitty glitches. Just fucking backwards.
I want the Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh God!
Dragon mod.
Oh yeah!
Well, theories are you're good.
I'm good. Peace.
Okay, with Macho Man Dragons. Peace.